A lot of people like to say, don't miss out on Mina. They say it's a bad idea to do that. But personally speaking, do I want to miss out on Mina? Absolutely not, because I do believe that it has a bright future ahead. As a matter of fact, I'm sticking by the fact that I do believe that Mina, during the peak of this bull run, could hypothetically go to the price of $30. And of course, not financial advice, nor a guarantee. But why do I think so? Because here's the thing, right? A lot of people, they often argue that, hey, there's too many layer 1 blockchains out there. Wow, this blockchain popped up, this blockchain popped up. I can't believe it. What makes you think that Mina has any chance of even succeeding? Now, while most other blockchains out there, they have a lot of fans, a lot of hype, a lot of them do have an increasing size of, catch this, right, 300 gigabytes, approximately, which may not sound like a bad thing, but when you take a look at Mina, Mina is a blockchain that was designed to have a blockchain size of only just 22 kilobytes. I mean, caray, porra, that's insane. You compare an increasing size of around 300 gigabytes, you compare that to just a measly, right, 22 kilobytes, that's a totally night and day difference right there. You know, Mina is actually considered the world's lightest blockchain. That's fantastic if you ask me. That's a good, unique selling point to have, because if this blockchain is comparing this one to another, right, they're saying, wow, you know, we're amazing. But if their size isn't efficient, so to speak, right, what's really the point? Mina, it's highly efficient, 22 kilobytes, man, that's a cherry on top. We always need a unique selling point, right? What's the unique selling point of Volvo? Safety. You know, what's the unique selling point of Mercedes? It looks awesome. You know, everything needs a unique selling point. Mina, they understand this, and they're just different from the rest of the pack, so to speak. And here's the thing. The key to the Mina protocol is something called ZK Snark. And catch this, right? ZK Snark actually stands for Zero Knowledge, Succinct, Non-Interactive Argument of Knowledge. I mean, God, that's a mouthful. I mean, that's crazy. But yeah, that's what it stands for. Sounds very complicated, but it's very amazing. And by the way, this computing concept was actually developed by some guy from Italy, a computer scientist called Silvio Micali. And by the way, he's no random Joe Schmo from Milan, or let's say from Positario, Italia. No, that's not the case, because he happens to be the founder of Algorand. So yeah, Silvio Micali, he's the real deal. You know, Mina claims that with the implementation of ZK Snark, combined with a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, Mina claims that it cuts down on the resources needed to process and record transactions, which of course makes Mina highly efficient, and of course, I think that it contributes to its small size. Caray. Again, right? However, it doesn't end there, because Mina even offers end-to-end privacy as well, which I think is fantastic. And even Mina themselves claim that users can access critical on-chain services without compromising sensitive personal information. You know, for instance, individuals can, let's say, connect to a credit score provider to prove that their credit score is above a certain threshold, which again, they can do at the same time without revealing, you know, sensitive personal information. So that's fantastic if you ask me. I mean, the Mina Protocol, any way I view it, is just one of a kind. I think it's very incroyable, as they say in French, or incredible in English. And why am I sticking to $30, by the way, as my most bullish case price target? It's because I think it's actually very realistic. I mean, at that point, if Mina were to go to that price target, considering its current circulating supply, market cap would be only around $33 billion. I mean, come on, man. We've seen SHIB go to $40 billion in the past, approximately. We've seen Doge go to around $88 billion. I mean, this isn't unrealistic, in my opinion. We've even seen BNB far exceed $100 billion in market cap, right? At its peak, of course. You know, the BNB smart chain, it's complete caca compared to the Mina protocol. I mean, come on, man. You can't compare the BNB smart chain to something like the world's lightest blockchain. I mean, you can't do that. It's just way too revolutionary. And keep in mind, this bull run could be so magical because there's nearly 600 million crypto owners as we speak, more than ever before in history, which is ridiculous if you ask me. Back in 2021, there was only around 300 million crypto owners. Now we have nearly double that amount. You know, really, the sky's the limit during the peak of this bull run. I really do believe that. And keep in mind, patience is key though, because Bitcoin halving event, it very recently happened in April. And now cryptos just in general, you know, they're kind of going down and people, they're getting a little bit angry. But in my opinion, we have to take a look back in history. And when we do, a lot of people, they'll actually calm down, because when we think about it, right? Usually, again, historically speaking, altcoins, they do typically reach their peak anywhere between a year and a half or half a year after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, a year and a half, 18 months, That's the most extreme example. Half a year, 6 months, that'd be best case scenario. So if we take a look at 6 months from April, that's October of this year. Now 18 months would be October of 2025. But that's actually not such a bad thing in my opinion, because, a lot of people, they've been holding since 2021 when it comes to cryptos in general. So waiting potentially a year and a half from right now doesn't seem like a bad thing in my opinion. And of course, not every single altcoin is going to rally and peak at the same time. That's not the case. But again, there's a range there, right? 6 to 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. So when people are impatient about Mina, I do believe that the best days are still ahead. Now, what is my buying strategy? It is and always will be dollar cost averaging. So anytime I earn income, I do set aside some for my favorite projects. Doesn't matter what happens to the price. Doesn't matter what's going on that day. I just keep accumulating more and more on a consistent basis. I just acquire, I hold, and I just wait for the peak of the bull run. Day trading using leverage, swing trading, that may work for some people, but I've never personally seen it work for any of my friends or anyone that I know. So I don't want to dabble with that. A lot of risk. I like to keep things simple. I acquire, I hold, and I just wait for the peak of the bull run. That's it. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's just the way I view it. Mina at the price of $30 during the peak of this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think the bull run could be this insane. The peak of it, of course, and I do think that the Mina Protocol is that amazing. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also on top of that, make sure to check out this very fantastic video. I think you all would really love it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.